welcome to the Science Lab again. This is my space, but the good thing about everything that we're going to try today, you can try at home yourselves and be sound people. It's actual sound people. We're going to talk about sound today. I am Phil and I am going to make beautiful music with all of you, 4 of you with machines, instruments. The sounds that we're going to make today are all about vibrations and shakes, and that's exactly what sound is. It is a vibration, and it is how sound air vibrates is what creates the things that you hear. So what we're actually going to do today is we're going to make our very own musical instrument, and it's called a membranophone. And a membrane is something that is in between two surfaces, or it's something that vibrates. So we're going to create one ourselves. It's going to end up looking something like this. So this is a bottle that we've taken and cleaned from the bin. I'm wearing my David Attenborough plastic. We're going to recycle t-shirts and stuff around here. I have some old gloves from my when I'm tanning myself, and when I have some paper straws that I've used. I have an old balloon as well in cases, and other bits and pieces like elastic. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get one of the bottles, about 500 milliliter, it's a half a liter of like soda or whatever else you want, and you kind of cut the top off it so you're left with this kind of a shape. Now you might need help with that, and be careful because the edges of this can be a little bit sharp. So maybe get some help if you need to do with that. You're then going to get one of these, which is a hole punch. So it's for putting holes in paper. And we're going to try and slide this in as far as we can get it so that we can punch a hole in this. So I'm going to do that now. And, okay, a little bit rough and ready, but we have a hole in it. Don't worry if it's a little bit jagged. We can use that again later on. So we're going to take our glove, which is made from rubber, and this is what's going to be our membrane, what's actually going to vibrate. So we're going to take our scissors. Again, ask for help if you need it. So you're going to cut the fingers off, not your own, because that'd be not cool. So you're going to cut these out, and you're going to be left with a nice sheet. And because the glove has 2 sides, once you cut it out, you can only need to use half it, so you can give the other to the other person in your house to make even more of these instruments, which again will sound amazing. So now we have a sheet like this. What we're going to do is we're going to drape it over the top of what you've cut out that way. Make sure that it's big enough that it can go over the edges. So flatten it out that size. You want it to be nice and kind of taut, which means kind of tight around it. We're going to get an elastic band and we're going to put it over on top of this. Now, and you want it to be that the elastic band is higher up than the hole that you made with the hole punch, okay? Perfect. So what you're left with now is you have your glove on top of the bottle top, and it's like that. So it's like a little drum. And you have the hole here as well that you can get easy access to. It's now covered by the elastic band, so you have that. So we've got my fabulous piece of card here, which is a unicorn card, an amazing rainbow here, spectrum. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll this into a tube. Now, it's easier to roll it against a table than it is against in midair, so you want to get it nice and tight because it has to go into the neck of the bottle. Now, also what you want to look at is the length of this, because this is going to be important. So if I take this and I have it, and it might unravel a little bit, but you're going to take it and you're going to put it inside the neck of the bottle, and then you're going to push it up, right up against the top. You see a pop there of the membrane, which is what we're creating here, a membranophone up there. So now we have this, which is starting to kind of look like an instrument, like something that you might do-do-do, which is a do-to-do tube, or blow into. So it's starting to look more like an instrument. We're going to take one of our paper straws, and then we're going to find the hole that we made with the punch earlier on, and we're going to push this straw inside it, up against here. As you blow through this, the sound will travel through the air and cause this to vibrate. And sound needs a medium to be, or something to travel through in order to be heard. Like in space, there's a vacuum, there's no air. No one can hear you scream, shout, or be delighted of being on the International Space Station. Air takes sound at about 340 meters a second. And in water, it travels about 4 times as fast. So depending on what sound is traveling through determines the speed, but also how you hear things. So when we blow this, you're going through air, it sounds a little bit like that, but it'll sound different in this because of the length of the tube. So it's also what air is traveling through, but the length, Skelly, I'm just going to, he has one too. So because this is shorter again, little sound different. And if I do the 3 of them together, oh, hold on. And this, you can try this with all your family. And also, I have even another one that you can make. This is even simpler. With a toilet roll and a balloon that we had left over from one of Skelly's many birthday parties. He's about 180 at this stage. This vibration will make a sound which will be beautiful again. You're going to really love this. Sounds like a ship's coming into port. And actually, even we made a bigger one, even with Skelly. You ready? You gonna try this? So loud, because it's long. Like it's the amount of vibrations and the times that this can bounce off each other, create resonance, which is sound bouncing around against each other. So you can try all of this, make beautiful music, and even I'd recommend that you try this stuff like together as a family or with your friends late at night, usually about midnight. I mean, your neighbors will love it, and even sound recordists love it too. See you next time.